TimeFactor. Somebody's gotta say it. The real conservative truth lives here. This is the final closing TimeFactor. Video commentary thoughts.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Final closing TimeFactor video commentary thoughts. It's gotta be part 1. And you know why? Because I tell you one thing, it's gonna be cool. Trust me about that. It's me, Unleash Music, America's level of small Christian conservative, and this is the final closing TimeFactor video commentary thoughts for you know who. That's right. April the 17th of the year 2012. And guess what? We got news for you. Now, does it ever seem like liberals are speaking in a different language? Well, here's your worst nightmare. Just about that. Dan Joseph, you know him, probably you know him or you don't know him from mrctv.org. He has this original series called The Language of Liberalism. And that's why, because they are. Because it has all the liberalisms in the world, and you might think it's so smart about progressives and crap, all that stuff. Anyways, in part 1, everybody used the accepted word of a progressive, and how liberals are using it on purpose, trying to making the people forget about the dumb stuff of the left they tried to do when the lefties were referred to themselves as liberals. That's dumb. This jeez. Anyways, here's your enjoyment as far as we're concerned. Dan Joseph. Part 1 of Progressives in You Know Who. The Language of Liberalism. And I'll explain this to you probably tomorrow, whatever it is. Take a look, watch this. This will really affect your memory.
Does it ever seem like liberals are speaking an entirely different language? Well, that's because they are. Sort of. When liberals and their media allies need to make one of their more unpopular ideas more acceptable to the general public, instead of changing their position, they just change what they call it and hope that you don't notice. This is going to be happening a lot during this election season, and you need to know how to recognize it when they try to pull this cynical type of stunt. I'm Dan Joseph, and this is the language of liberalism. Progressive. Like I said, when liberalism becomes unpopular, which happens fairly quickly once liberals come into power in the United States, instead of adjusting their unpopular policies, liberals adjust the words they use to talk about those policies, hoping that the public will assume that the left is advocating a fresh new policy that's completely different from the last one that everyone hated. Eventually, liberalism as a whole becomes so unpopular that liberals actually have to change the name of their ideology. That's why every 30 or 40 years, the left switches from calling themselves liberals to referring to themselves as progressives. And once everybody despises progressivism, they go back to calling themselves liberals. For example, in the early 20th century, lefties called themselves progressive. When progressivism became exceptionally unpopular, they switched to liberalism.
I'm a liberal in the tradition of Franklin Roosevelt, married to John Kennedy.
I am proud to be a liberal.
Says who? John F. Kennedy? Or should I say, oh boy, Robert F. Kennedy, what I would call it? You might think it's so smart about if you have a lefty or a leftist of being a progressives? This is gonna be worse. Anyways, keep on going.
That lasted until the late 80s, when the left finally realized that Americans viewed liberalism about as favorably as they viewed ritual cannibalism. So they changed it back to progressivism.
I consider myself a modern progressive.
That's what progressives like me believe the government is there for.
Oh, stop! Wait, stop, back up.
That's what progressives like me believe the government is there for.
Progressives like you? Oh God, Al Franken. Hope you remember this from Saturday Night Live. And here's why. Everybody knows this guy is a leftist, or should I say progressives. Remember this? Al Franken hosts a radio show where Airhead America goes too far, and you might think you're so smart about this one, and give me good reasons. Everybody looks like a church lady. Don't say that. Anyways, keep on going unless it does.
All right, who's against progress? Not me. Who says, oh my God, I wish I could ride a saber-toothed tiger to work and just bang rocks together all day? No one. But liberal is actually more accurate. They spend money liberally. They regulate liberally. And they allow dictators liberal access to dangerous weapons.
Now you see what happens.
Prefer to be called progressive. It's also helpful to the left that according to a 2010 Gallup poll, 40% of Americans don't even know what the term progressive means.
Stop! Now you see what happens to progressives and liberals making sense at all? Well, I hope you know that progressives has no clue whatsoever. Anyways, keep on going.
This high number of people who are unfamiliar with the term is great news for the left, because once the public figures it out, they're going to have to go back to calling themselves liberals, or think of an entirely new name that, like the word progressive, has a positive ring to it. Something that everybody likes, like puppies or ice cream. I can just see Al Franken getting up there and saying, I don't consider myself a progressive anymore. I consider myself a puppy-loving ice cream person.
A puppy love ice cream? Oh, jeez. Can you believe this? This guy is a puppy lover. And never mind, I won't say it. Go on.
It is a bit long, but it should give the left at least a few more years of confusing people into believing that there is something other than leftists.
All right, stop right there. Here's a recap for you. Ladies and gentlemen, jury. I bet all of you know that all the progressives has no clue whatsoever. They got what they want. To get rid of conservatives, get rid of Republicans. That's not nice. The full mother nature of things. What are we supposed to do? Well, I tell you what we're supposed to do. Ask the conservatives, what should we do about this one? Because I hate to break this to you, but I will get rid of liberals. I will get rid of progressives, if I just say so myself. Well, so much for that thing. And by the way, why is this dog licking his ice cream? Oh God, I bet this dog has a tummy ache. Well, so much for that one, as far as we're concerned. Now, part 2 of this one that you already know about this one. About liberals can use this code language. That's tomorrow, part 2 of this one, to hide their real agenda. I bet everybody has, except in how the left uses the term workers and working families. And you might think that Hillary Rosen tries to pull Ann Romney's, rip Ann Romney's into shreds about stay-at-home moms, or should I say the war on women. This is dumb. And I think we should set the record straight against the workers and working families. Don't you agree? Anyways, that's part 2 for tomorrow of this series called The Language of Liberalism. You go online at mrctv.org and you find out what's up with the language of liberalism and all that stuff. Because that's why we expose liberalism and liberal media bias. Sound simple to you? Good, I hope so. Anyways, we're almost out of time, and guess what? Thursday, if liturgy comes from the words of this music, I'm talking about French Catholic. You think going to France, as far as we're concerned, so be it. Well, I hope so. I'll explain this on Thursday, as far as we're concerned. And don't worry, Friday we're gonna have some fun on my final closing time factor video counter thoughts. Trust me about that. Anyways, we're almost out of time. I gotta clean this up until the people brought their house lights down. Trust me about that. Anyways, Facebook me and follow me at facebook.com, and so is twitter.com, and you know the words. LH Music Time. And don't forget to check my website, lhmusictimefactor.weebly.com, for the LH Music Time Factor website. That's where the real conservative truth lives here. No questions about it. Hope you're listening. Never mind. Anyways, I'll see you around for part 2 of Language of Liberalism from mrctv.org, and so is youtube.com and lhmusictimefactor.weebly.com. Like I said, the real conservative truth lives here. Get the message? Good. LH Music, America's lovable plus more Christian conservative, saying off, go with God's blessings, and we're out the door. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening, for your support.